Hey guys, it's Simmer's Talk and welcome back to another video. And in this video, just gonna be speed building a little, I would say it's like a Tudor family home in a way. I went for the Tudor look when it came to the roofs and everything. As you can see, this roof is more so in like disguised within roofs, and you'll see what I mean in a second. But it kind of is lit off to be an attic space room almost in a way, if you know what I mean. I don't know how to explain it, but basically it's big enough to fit a family. It has 4 bedrooms, 5 if you want to make, the downstairs rooms into anything you want. But other than that, there's an open living room situation. Then there's a closed off kitchen with their own dining room and an office room, unless you want that to be a bedroom. And there's also another room that I wasn't sure what to make. You can make it a little hangout room or a guest room or office room or whatever, you know what I mean? I more so left this house more customizable than anything. And if you guys want to see me furnish it, make sure to check out my lives and everything. I'll probably furnish this one on my live for sure. I had a lot of fun building it. And yeah, I feel like the only tricky part was trying to get the roof situation to work, because as you can see, I was having trouble with the walls and just having the walls connect and act as a room as a whole. It was very hard to do that in general. And then on top of that, I just felt like it was just a challenge to get the roofs to blend. I feel like anybody who builds and roofs houses, they understand what I mean. It's very hard to get those roofs to look good and blend together almost in a way where it just looks smooth, and in a way where if you were to, I don't know, look at it from afar, it wouldn't look like a whole bunch of roof pieces together. It would look like one whole. And I was really trying to go for a more whole shape together, and I went for this chimney look in front of this, I guess, roof piece or attic roof, whatever. And then I added a roof under it, and I felt like this was a really good look for a chimney in general, so I feel like this is definitely something I'm going to be doing in the future. I also cut out most of this video where I was placing the blocks up above and just throughout the Tudor roof or whatever. It was very much so a time-consuming part, and if you were there for my live, you would understand what I mean. I literally was doing it on a whole separate stream and had to take a break and wait till the next day to do it because it was just too much to do, which is the part I'm gonna kind of show you what I'm talking about right now, where I had to use Toolma to move objects in a way that I needed them to be, and also use them in a manner where they're not really supposed to be used as. And right here, you can see I'm just placing down some wood blocks. And I had to move my room back to do this too, and also place the ones that are going up and down. And I felt like this was giving off that illusion of that Tudor look. But I showed you this little clip before cutting it out because I wanted you to see what I meant when I said I was doing this Tudor look. And you'll see the finished product here in a few minutes, but other than that, it was very time consuming, and for a second it didn't work. It was very frustrating at some points, and it wasn't like I haven't done this before, it's just I haven't done it in a while. So it was hard to figure out my tools again, especially since I was on live. I kind of felt like I was a little under pressure, if you know what I mean, if you know that audience anxiety and everything. But other than that, I had fun with this, even though it was very frustrating. I felt like the finished product was really worth it in the end. And then also the roof helped to cover up most of my mistakes at the bottom, so that was fun. But yeah, it was just a matter of putting blocks on top of each other and making them blend and look almost seamless. They aren't just blocks placed on top of each other, they look seamless. And it was basically it was kind of hard, and then people were saying to like size down windows and size up windows, and I was just trying to show them it wouldn't work. And then here I wasn't sure what to do. I didn't like this window situation I did in the front, but I ended up changing that in a few seconds, but well, in a few, I guess, minutes in real time, but in a few seconds on this live or on this video. But I also placed the columns that were missing, and then I feel like the windows they weren't suiting the chimney very well. But I forget what I changed them to. I think I changed them to just the octapane windows, if I'm correct. And then I tried some like vine look on top of the roofs, and it just wasn't working. But then somebody suggested that I do the vines up the walls. I think that's what I ended up doing. I didn't end up doing windows. I ended up doing vines up the walls to cover it up. But I didn't do the base game vines. I actually did the ones from Discovery University, which is why this house also requires Discovery University when you download it. But other than that, if you don't have Discovery University and you want to download this house, all you have to do is replace like some windows there or something that you believe looks good to your liking. And then other than that, this house only really requires cottage living and cottage living and Discovery University. That's it. Other than that, it's base game, and it's completely customizable. I'm thinking about customizing it on stream or something. Here, I was trying to figure out what type of vine look I want to go for. I was kind of struggling on that side, but other than that, I put a window in the back, and then I put some windows on top, and then also I ended up changing that siding look on the top of that second floor to the stone look to match the second floor, and I felt like it suited it better. And I also saved my game because, you know, my game actually ended up kind of crashing through this, but like didn't crash. I don't know, it scared me for sure. I also wanted to go for like a stone look, but I didn't, so I ended up going for like an actual like pathway look. And yeah, other than that, I felt like this build was pretty, like here I was showing people how to use these stones, and then I ended up using like the stones to create a path, but I like totally discarded it at the end. And then other than that, I landscaped it. The landscaping was pretty simple to me. I used a bunch of like ferns and stuff, and here when I was placing that stone, the ground was like weirdly glitching through it, even though the ground was flat, so it made no sense to me. But it was okay, because I didn't end up going with the stone look anyways, because it didn't blend in with the ground level floor at the end, and I was very sad, but it's okay. But if you guys ever did want to use these stones, they are base game, and Sims will walk over them like they're not there, basically. It's just decor, and I find it very cute for like cottagey houses or anything like that. It would have been cute for this house, but the ground wasn't flat once again. And I tried to make the ground flat by like bulldozing the landscaping, but it was just a whole thing. It just didn't look good at the end. So here I am trying to make those rocks work for some reason, because at the end it just doesn't work. I ended up deleting every single one. Very time consuming, I'll tell you that much. But if you guys ever did want to use this, yeah, you can find them in your debug menu, and how you get to your debug menu is you type bb.showHiddenObjects and bb.showLiveEditObjects, and then you just do a text search for the debug, and then you keep scrolling until you find like the grassy patches, and that's where it's around. And then I decided that didn't work, so here I am actually adding a real path, and I just did my basic decor around it with some lights and some plants, and helped to fill in everything else. And people also wanted a back deck on this house, so I added a back deck, even though it's nothing really fancy. You could make it fancier if you want, but I'm not much of a back deck decorator. I guess I gotta do more research on that, but isn't there like a whole other pack, like a stuff pack for like backyard stuff in general? Like, I don't know. I feel like I just wouldn't have the tools for that unless I had that pack. or at least like the motivation, because we don't really have a lot of cool backyard stuff. I mean, yeah, we have the hot tub, but like that hot tub is like big and ugly, and it's like so unusable unless you're doing like a fancy little house and the roof matches in some way, shape, or form. But I discarded that path and then redid the path to look like this, and then filled in the stones. Oh my gosh. And then after that, I just, you know, cleaned it up a little bit and then started adding my plants around. I added this little tree here, but the tree look I went for all around was more so of a like a pine tree, I think. No, it was the evergreen trees. I used a lot of evergreen trees in the backyard, but there's still left some backyard space if you wanted to do a pool, but I didn't do a pool because this house was already 30,000 simoleons, and I just felt like it didn't need to be more, because it's definitely going to be more when I, you know, furnish it and everything. So if you guys want to see that, maybe stay tuned for a part 2. Maybe I'll upload it here too. Starting to upload more of my streams on YouTube and everything, but if you want to check me out on Twitch, make sure to do that. My Twitch is the same as my everything. It's Simmers Talk, so it's easy to find. And then here I am just placing some plants around the chimney and then around the other like parts of the house. And I also added this little bird bath because I just feel like the bird bath is like the cherry on top. It's like the perfect like little decoration to add to the front yard if you don't know what to add, like me. But I added some more windows, and I didn't do the back windows and the windows around the side yet until I was done with the floor plan, because I didn't want windows to go through walls, which is what ended up happening at the end because I accidentally did that. But it's okay. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and comment, and also make sure to tell me what was your favorite part about this build, and maybe builds you would want me to do in the future. I was thinking about doing custom builds maybe one day. We'll see. But other than that, subscribe for more content, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.